Southern California. Yes, this place truly is a summer paradise. Here come our boys. Riding in style, I see. Salt in the air and wind in the hair, they hit the road and head to that one place that the locals refer to as the sweet spot. Wahoo's. It doesn't get any better than here.
Well, growing up is everybody's got to pitch in, right? So because we are technically the free labor, every family member is free. Yeah. So whatever needed to be done, washing dishes, be a server, a busboy, a host, prepper, anything that needed to be done, whatever was short in the kitchen, or where else we can help out. Because all of a sudden in the middle of dinner, things back up. Just kind of find out the different spots we can help out and make a difference. It makes things go a little bit smoother. Yeah. So everybody did whatever it took to get the job done. I know, like, the difference, like, between people that can pull the trigger and people who can't. One of the things is that they found, and again, through studies and whatnot, is people that have either come from an entrepreneur family or have been around people, they kind of know what it feels like. Like, you kind of pick up the hints on how they do things. And one of them is obviously you got to be a maverick, right? Because if you do something that's already been done, the chances of you succeeding diminishes drastically from the first guy. And the third guy, might as well not even try it, right? Yeah. So being first to do anything, whether you do it right or wrong, you can usually succeed just because you're different, right? So that's one of the first things you learn. So the hard work you learn from senior family work, because there's really no substitute for hard work. You can't just decide you have a great idea if you're not willing to put in the work. So understanding how to take risks, understanding how hard work is a big vital component of it, and then also the teamwork. Because from being around, like rallying around, like find the weakest spot, and that's the spot that can usually make a whole business collapse. So you got to make sure that you avoid those. And the only way you can avoid it is by understanding how everything works, right? So the big thing is, and also having the ability to take the leap of faith. Eventually, I love to do what Professor Napoli does more of, because I have Dibble and Dabble. I've taught at Pepperdine, Concordia, and Chapman. All in their MBA programs, very successful. And the students love me, but it takes a lot of time. So I commend guys like Napoli that can manage 2 careers at the same time, because it's a ton of work to teach. So that would be something that I like to do. But more important right now, we're trying to really get our company like to 100 stores. So what we're doing still really is a lot of fun for me. So I think we're getting ready to open at LAX this summer. We opened our first location in the Honda Center last fall. So there's still a lot of opportunities there. So we're negotiating, I think, 4 other locations this year. At first they were a little bit hesitant, but then we kind of explained to them that we gave it I graduated by 22, 23. So I had worked in corporate America for about 3 years, give or take. And it was like, okay, not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. And I gave them my reasons, and I said, here's, and my brother Ed was getting ready to get out of college too. So I said, hey, this is, I think, what we can do together, and we can all work together. So my parents thought, okay. And it wasn't that much money. It wasn't like we're asking, well, we need, in 1988, which says, we need 300, 400,000. We said, we need 30,000 bucks. Okay. So it was my year's salary anyways. I can always go to work and pay you back if it doesn't work. So they weren't afraid of that. So it worked out. Being involved in the community is really at the end of the day. I mean, literally, I still go back to my high school. I'm the biggest supporter of our high school. I go back to my fraternity. I go back to all the people that made a difference in my life. And I always say, hey, how can I help you guys keep perpetuating this message? Some of the big highs is like in the year 2000, we became part of a national campaign with Merrill Lynch. We talked about that. Literally, first 13 years, 13 stores. The next 13 years, 50 stores. It gives you the math, right? So something like that, once in a lifetime. But we've been able to do a couple more of those. I became the Southern California spokesman for Ford. So there's been some really, fun things to do. Any other fun things you guys want to know? Not only do you want to work hard, work smart, surround yourself with people that think like you do, meaning that you guys are all on the same page. You don't have to do the same thing. Do the complementary parts of the job, and just make sure that you have a mission and you kind of stick to it. Don't deviate. Just because you know how to do one thing well doesn't mean you know how to do everything well. So just kind of, stay focused, and along the way, kind of enjoy the ride, because there's no point in working 40 years and one day you go, oh my God, I got all this stuff, but I never did anything along the way. So I tell people the secret to life is enjoying the ride, making sure you're always having fun while you're working your ass off.